Alright guys, Kazoo71 here, back on my Scorched Earth playthrough for beginners. Just want to show you guys what I am doing in this episode. Last one I tamed a Tapinjara, and we were working on the greenhouse with my partner. So as you can see, I just flashed forward. I just flying my RG around the base, and I found this pretty cool RG. It's a pretty good level. My Jerboa is telling me there's a storm coming, so we're going to try to get this thing up here where I can tame it. Now what I did, if you guys have watched the previous episodes on this playthrough, I've been using the harpoon launcher with the net projectile. It's really easy to tame RGs that way, especially on these mountains in Scorched Earth. You just want to get them up here where there's nothing else around, and then you can just drop them. So I'm going to get rid of this thorny dragon off of here so he's not in my way. And then we're going to loop back around, keep that Argentavis on me, and we're going to land right here. And, oops. My bird is not on passive. Yeah, that's a mistake I do sometimes. So let me get into the tame groups. Let me make sure I turn the tame groups off, so I don't have any tame groups, so I can whistle this bird, because I don't know what tame group that bird's in, if it's even in one. So I'm going to whistle her passive there. There we go. And now we are going to call her to me, and she is following me. So what I did was whistle passive, then I whistled follow, and then here she comes, and we're going to get this bird behind it with the that was pretty easy. He's going to drop it. So now my bird's on passive. It's no big deal. So I'm just going to jump on her like I just did, land her, put her on stop follow, and we're good to go. So now we're just going to trank this Argentavis and leave it up here. It should be safe to tame up here. I can fly around and do other stuff. It's one of the cool things about this area. The only problem you have sometimes, these thorny dragons and carnos and stuff, they walk up the walls. It's really weird in Scorched Earth. It's a really weird glitch that's never been fixed. It's just pretty funny to watch them walk straight up a wall. So anyhow, so guys, what I'm doing, like I said, this is just kind of a mixed bag of different things that I did in this episode. What I did was took about 5 videos that I have recorded of playthrough. And just so you guys know how this works, if you've never done these before, it's probably about 6 or 7 hours of playthrough that I'm just condensing down to a little short video here. It's less than 20 minutes long, just showing you guys some different things we did. So I got that bird knocked out, so we're going to fly around. I'm going to look at some other stuff, and then later on, as you can see, it's daylight now. I'll come back, the bird's tamed. I just left it here for a while, so didn't want to show you guys all that other stuff. It's pretty boring. I was just looking around, saw a bunch of boring stuff I didn't want to tame, so tamed a couple of dung beetles for a garden. As you can see, they're in my inventory, so just grabbed them, flew them up here somewhere, and tamed them. So going forward a little bit more now, what I'm on my wyvern now, and this is the lightning one. We're looking for, or I'm looking for, the oil veins. There's several oil veins. Most of them are around the green obelisk. That's kind of where they spawn at, or they are located at. And as you can see, there's one right there. So I made a couple of oil wells, and we found one inside of one of the drops. So, and we're just going to put these guys down, and once these guys are going, we'll have a steady supply of oil over here. We just got to come by and get them. So, and I'll make a little house here later, a little safe house that we can stop by if we need to. Tiny little adobe, not a big deal. So going forward a little bit more, I'm still kind of towards the green obelisk. That's the green obelisk in the distance. I just want to show you guys about where I'm at. I found another area here, and there was a explorer note, so I want to show you guys this. And I won't keep it long on there, so if you want to read the note, make sure you pause it when I open the note up here. But there it is right there. If you want to pause that and read it, there you go. Alright, going forward here, out in the dune area of Scorched Earth. Now what I did, I told you guys in previous episodes, I'm going to tame everything on this map. So I'm taking some spoiled meat and putting it in my inventory. I'm going to tame some vultures real quick, just because I haven't done that yet. And there is one right there. So cool thing about the update that the wildcard did, Lord, I think this was in 21 they did this update where they put this taming tracker in, which is really cool. I got a video on that when they first did the update, but that was a long time ago. So taming tractor works really good on these passive tames, like especially the dolphin underwater, and then these kind of ones that fly around like the vultures. So anything you got to kind of track down and passive tame and kind of go follow them, this works great. The hyenodons would work, but if you're taming a hyenodon, you're probably going to stay right on it the whole time. You're not going to let it wander too far. But these guys work really good with the vultures because they're going to fly up. There's no reason to trap these guys or nothing. Yeah, it's just That's pointless. These guys are so tiny, and they really don't attack you, as you can see. I've always been curious if they would attack you if they were deer. I know they will attack you if you are near something that's dead and they perceive you as a threat of eating their food. Then they'll go after you. So I'm just tracking this one. As you can see in the top right there, there's a couple of mantis fighting some other vultures. And I'm just kind of hoping that they stay over there, and then this vulture does not get interested in them, because I like the colors of this one. It's pretty good level. Not that I probably would ever use it for anything, but... And, never mind. It's heading to the mantis. I'm going to lose that one. Yeah, there's no way. One vulture against two mantis, it's not going to survive. They killed the other vultures, by the way. So, we're going to kill this one. They're going to kill that vulture. That other one's going to get him. Hope he's tough enough, but he is not. And he's down. Okay. And I just killed that mantis. Okay, so we're going to go forward here, guys. That was a oops. But that's how you track them. You track them right up until they die, and then they don't learn a tracking HUD. So let's just tame another. This is a lower level one. And that's pretty easy. You don't have to, if you only got to feed them once, it's pretty quick. So I'm going to pick that one up. I'm going to flash forward here again. I found another one that's kind of pink looking. So it's magenta. So I'm going to go ahead and tame this one as well. I got another one in the tracking HUD. As you can see in the top left there, you see the little tracker. I fed another one, and I'll go back to it in a minute if it survives. But I was just flying around. I wanted to get this one. So we're going to chase it down. This is another way to do it too. Like I said, they're not aggressive, so you can feed them while they're flying. If they're flying low, you just got to be able to hit them with the E. As you can see, I'm missing a couple of times, but there we go. Got them. Pretty simple. So these guys are easy to tame. They're kind of pointless, but easy to tame. If you wear them on your shoulders, they'll eat some of the meat when you kill stuff. It's interesting. So I just want to kind of go forward here a little bit. I told you guys I was working on this dino building. And as you can see, I'm on the top floor. So I'm working on the roof now. I've gotten it all the way up to as high as I want. And so I'm going to snap some roof pieces in. I just want to show you guys how high up I was and what I was doing. So I'm trying to decide how to do the top. That's why I took that piece down just now. But I think I'm going to leave it up. I want to have it like an overhang. And I'm going to stretch the roof out a little bit more. So we're going to go out this way. I can literally go out one more and put those rails on. If I go out two more, I won't be able to snap the rails to it because there won't be foundation support. So, but one more for sure, I can go out and I'll snap these rails out there. That way I have this. It looks a little okay. And now we're going to pick up these other rails. I'm going to use the demo gun. This is with the dinos. Excuse me. The demo gun is with superstructures. And it's in a little wheel. It's at the end button. So if you're playing on PC, you have access to this mod if you want to use it. It's a pretty good mod. It's my favorite mod, actually. This one in Dino Storage too. So we're going to go ahead and snap this other piece on. We'll stretch it out a little bit more on this side. And we're going to put these ceiling tiles in. And then I'm going to snap these rails on, and then we'll move forward and do a couple of other things. But I just want to show you guys this one little brief part of building. I'm not going to show you guys the whole building part because that is so freaking boring. I hate grinding and building. I mean, I don't hate it. It's just, so tedious. But there you go. Now going forward a little bit here, back out in the dunes, guys. And I set up, what I did was I used the SS transmitter, which has a dino scan on it, and then I found me another phoenix to tame. So I located it, used the parasaur to pinpoint the exact location, set the trap up. So I've been flying around the trap for probably a couple of hours of real time, and then this is kind of into it a little bit. So I found this pretty cool Rex. I want to show you guys this thing, and it's good, just good colors. It's Joker. It's a Joker Rex. So we're going to go ahead and knock this sucker out. I could probably sit there and take a few bites and shoot it, but I'm just flying around. So if you guys have never done this before, when you have a big open area like this and there's nothing else around, you can do this. And the reason I paused there with the gunshot is it was a glitch. It's a wild card glitch. I was trying to shoot and it wouldn't shoot. So you know how it goes with these rifles sometimes. You try to shoot them and they don't shoot them. So there you go. I'm just going to keep popping it. I'm going to fly a little bit off, try to hit it a couple times, but sometimes I can only hit it once. And that's a water well right there, by the way. So if you want to put a water well down, you could right there. Yeah, see, he ain't doing that much damage. I could have just kept shooting him. But that's all right. This is one of the ways when I first got the wyverns, I started using them to tame stuff like this, and I taming tons of Rexes and Uteranus's and stuff. It works pretty good. So there you go, he's down. Or she, I don't know if it's a he or she. So we'll go ahead and go throw some meat in there, and then we're going to kind of go forward a little bit more. And I'm going to show you guys this Phoenix I tamed too, because it's got pretty cool colors on it. So, but let's go ahead and throw some food in there. Let me search for prime meat. Take all the prime meat out of my wyvern and throw it in there. We should be good to go. I don't need to use kibble. I don't have any kibble, as you can see. I have simple and basic kibble. Not basic kibble. Simple. Oh man, I don't even know what that other one's called. I think it's basic. Simple and basic. What are the ones there? Never mind. I'm sorry. I can't think right now. I know there's a white one that's a lower level. So going forward a little bit here, that thing's almost tamed. I just came back. The Phoenix is pretty darn close to here. So we're just going to, regular kibble. Simple and regular. So there's basic, simple, regular, superior, exceptional, and extraordinary. So, yeah, and then with the level up guy here, pretty cool color. So I don't even know why I tame these anymore. When you're using Dino Storage 2 mod, you can just keep them in the soul balls, and they'll keep getting levels. They'll level up. It don't even matter. You don't have to have them out. Like when I first started playing Ark, I used these guys. That was like 7 years ago. You use these guys and you set them around the dinos, and then you just keep petting them every time you pass by, and they'll level up. Like if you watch my island playthrough, I did it quite often because I wasn't using Dino Storage 2. But there we go. There's the Rex. I'm going to go ahead and fed that thing again. He's almost ready. And go ahead and stop that Rex there. Take a picture of it in case I want to use this image. Probably won't. It's a pretty cool looking Rex though. Yeah, I like it. Yep. I just tamed it because of the colors. I mean, I ain't gonna use this thing. It's too low level. But there you go. Let me just kind of give you guys a little wave. Whoa, check it out. All right, whoopee. It's a Rex. Tamed so many of these now, it's pathetic. And there we go. There's the level up guy, the Lystrosaurus. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Lystrosaurus. Level up guy. All right, we're gonna head on over. We're gonna get back. I'm gonna get to my my Phoenix in just a moment. I want to flash forward here again. I want to show you guys one other thing. Now I've tamed Erythroplurodon. I got videos on how to tame these guys. I've tamed them several times. I tamed them on Fjordor. What do you call it? On Ragnarok. I showed you guys. But they first came out on this map. This is where you first... Actually, no, they came out... They're on the island, so you can tame them on the island, too. But I wanted to show you guys... I wanted to try something here and see if it would work. And as you can see, it doesn't. What I did was I wanted to see if I could run up to it real quick and feed it and then throw it in the taming HUD, but it didn't work. I didn't get it to feed it at once. It didn't eat. So it doesn't work. You got to sneak up on them, and you got to use, like, bug repellent, or you got to use just a ghillie suit. If you use a ghillie suit, you can sneak up on them, too. So... But I just wanted to see if I could rush one real quick and feed it, and it didn't work. So I like to test different things sometimes, because sometimes you figure out something, and then I'll post a video on it like, hey, I didn't know this worked. And then, yeah, pretty cool. Like when I figured out how to trap the crystal wyverns. I was the first one to do that. That's a pretty cool video. All right, here we go. So we got the Phoenix. The Phoenix spawned in the trap, and unfortunately, it spawned under the trap. So it's supposed to spawn 5 high, so I set the trap between... 4, so it would spawn inside the trap, and it did not do it. It spawned under it. So I'll show you guys when I pick it up after I tame it here. But I'm not really hitting it. I finally hit it a couple of times there, and I'm using my fire wyvern to blast it. It's not a super high level. I think it's like a level 60. So we're just going to keep blasting it here. I need to figure out an angle that's going to hit it more and hit it quicker, because I don't want to stand out this heat wave the whole time if I can avoid it. But all you got to do is you got to trap it, guys, and then blast it and blast it and blast it. You don't want to try to chase one around. You're not going to be able to do that. If you try to chase it with a wyvern and tried to blast it, I mean, good luck with that. I don't know. You might be able to hit it a couple of times. Some people might say I'm wrong. I can do it. Well, yeah, put a video and show me. All right, prove it. Prove you can chase one down and blast it over and over again and tame it. I don't think you can. Because they start losing effectiveness if you're not hitting them constantly. Then you could probably use a Quetzal and probably try to get one in the trap on top of Quetzal, but there's no Quetzals on Scorched Earth. So why they give you Quetzal saddles in the drops on Scorched Earth, I don't understand, because there's no Quetzals. There's not that many flyers. There's the Wyverns, the Phoenixes, the Limentras, the Moths, the Argentavis, and Tapping Jars. That's your flyers on Scorched Earth. Yeah, there ain't no Quetzals. So thanks, Wild Card, for the Quetzal saddle, but there's no Quetzals on there. I don't understand that. It's like when you're on Ragnarok and you're in the drops in the desert and you pick up scuba gear. It's like, why do you got scuba gear out in the desert? Why don't you give us desert gear out in the desert? It's just kind of weird. But you got to make all that your own. I don't think I've ever picked up desert gear in a drop. Alright, so he's getting there. He's getting close here, guys. As you see, I kind of moved to the side, and I got a little angle where I can blast him pretty good. So, we almost there. We going to get him. Starting to tame now. But this is all you got to do with these. If you guys want to watch a little bit more about how to do this, this is not my trap. But previous videos I did, previous couple of playthroughs ago, you can just go back, go to my channel, look a couple of episodes prior to this one, and watch the first one I did with the Phoenix, and I'll show you guys how I made the trap, how I built it, how I located the Phoenix, and how you pinpoint it with a parasaur. I'm not going to do that in this one because I've done it twice already and showed you guys in the last 2 videos where I tamed Phoenixes. But this one's almost there. Come on. I gotta wait for stamina every time because my Wyvern don't have a ton of stamina. This is not a super high level fire Wyvern. Almost there. Come on. And I'm starting to get hot if you heard that. So I'm gonna be heat stroking in a minute. So I need to hurry up and get this done. I got that little building down there I can go stand in. I made that while I was waiting. Waited several days on the game. Oh my gosh. Like I said, this is about 6 or 7 hours of video, so it took a long time for this one. Come on. Alright, we almost there. Look, now I'm heat stroking. Bottom right, if you didn't see that before. The red fire, that means the heat wave, and then that skull looking thing, that means I'm heat stroking. There we go. And he got the Phoenix. I'm going to show you guys, like I said, how it was stuck in a trap. It's kind of weird. So I'm going to back my Wyvern up and get down here. And look, it's under the trap. Its head stuck in the doorway. So it actually got stuck. If it would have been a little bit lower, it could have flew away. But I had the trap set right. I don't understand why it's like that. It's just, oh well. That's why I was having trouble hitting it at first, because I wasn't able to hit it. So there we go. We got that one. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please like the video. Please subscribe. I got tons of videos on how to do things, how to tame things. And I also have a walkthrough on the island, a little bit, several videos on Genesis 2, most of the missions I've done. So if you guys enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and please leave comments. I do appreciate them. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.